Hey guys. So, I want to talk today about Common Core math. Now, originally I planned to do like a whole Common Core series and um, make it like a whole cohesive thing, but I don't trust my camera enough to really try that. So I'm just gonna periodically just kind of tell you some of the things that I've learned and give my opinion and hopefully the opinion of somebody who is in favor of Common Core. I'm not, but I hope to try to give like a balanced view. And I will put links in the description box whenever I make a video about Common Core. And the reason that I don't have a link for this one because this is kind of for the moment type of thing. But the reason that I want to cover it on a homeschool channel is because um, tests that homeschoolers are going to have to be taking are going to be aligned to Common Core standards. Now, if you ask someone, that is a supporter of Common Core, they would say, oh, it's not a curriculum change. They don't tell you how to teach, that type of thing. But that is technically true. It doesn't say you must teach this way or you must buy this curriculum, but the way the standards are written, there's no way for you. So this is pretty kind of tricky the way they did this. They wrote the standards in such a way that in order to meet those standards, you have to teach differently and you have to buy a new curriculum. I don't know if there's anyone who is, I don't even think it's possible to follow and meet Common Core standards without getting a new curriculum by using the curriculum that you're already using. There's no way to do it. And I had another video where I kind of highlighted one of the Common Core math books, and it's not like any math book that I've ever seen, and that there's not a whole lot of math in it, and there's a lot of writing projects. Not that writing is bad, but when you're learning math, there's certain things that you kind of expect. But just kind of want to share what I've taken away as far as what the objective is of doing math in the way that Common Core is wanting people to do math, and some of the problems that people are having with it, as well as try to convey why people think it's good. Um, so the reason people are supporting it, those who are implementing Common Core, are saying that the way that we formally taught, and I've never seen a comparison. I've looked to see somebody compare the way we would teach, a Common Core way of teaching it compared to the other way of teaching it. And I think there's probably a really good reason for not showing this is the old way, this is the new way. But you only see the Common Core way whenever they're doing it, but they never compare it to the other way of teaching or how it may have been taught before. But the the purpose of it is that our math before was a mile wide and an inch deep. So proponents of Common Core or supporters of Common Core would say that what they want to do is cover fewer subjects, but they want to go deeper into those subjects. And right now we're just specifically talking about math, but language arts would be included in this. Um, that might sound good on the surface, but the devil is really in the details. What that is meaning is allowing or having kids or trying to get them to understand abstract thoughts at a time when they're really not able to do so. So you have, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so something easy. My nephew was asking me the other day about 9 take away 3. Now, me as an adult, I think of 9 as 3 threes. You take 1 3 away, and you have 2. 3 plus 3, or 2 times 3 is 6. As an adult who has gone through adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing for 12 years or 13 years, plus college, that's the way my mind works now because I've worked with numbers a lot. As a small child who is just getting to understand adding and subtracting, say a 6 or 7-year-old, their mind is not going to go to, a concept like multiplication to figure out that, you know. That's not going to mesh in their minds right away. And it's not because they're not smart, it's because first off, they haven't had the experience with numbers, and then second, their mind isn't capable of abstract thought. And that's really what the lower grades in the way of Common Core seem to be trying to do, is they're trying to teach abstract thought. They're trying to teach something that your mind kind of has to get to a point where it does it on its own. Now, most adults, especially in America, we think of numbers in groups of 5, 10, hundreds, and especially when we're talking about American money. Because our money is grouped in that way. So, we think of 75 as 3 25s. We think of 25 as 5 5s. And when we add and subtract, or multiply and divide, we take away those things and add things, and that our mind does that because we're older and our mind is capable of doing that. But you cannot get a 6 or 7-year-old to do that. And it's not about the teaching, and it's not about the standards. It's about them not being developmentally ready. And actually, I am going to put a link. I have a link of a child psychologist that is explaining this. And I'm going to put that in the description box. So that's really what I see going on. That's the lower level. As they get higher up, it actually it's like a lot of a lot of things are kind of truncated at the bottom, and then as they get higher up, they kind of hold kids back a little bit. Whereas maybe you'd be doing algebra in 8th grade or pre-algebra, that's going to be pushed back to like 9th or 10th grade. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure which of those grades is the right one, but it kind of eliminates kids being able to take calculus in high school, because it's not going to be offered. So that's where I am right now. As I understand this portion of Common Core to be, I'll probably periodically make other little updates about this, but I think it's important for homeschoolers to know that this is going to be something that you're going to have to run up against. ACT, SATs are going to be conformed to Common Core standards. And again, they say standards as if they're just giving you a goal to meet, but that's not really what they're doing. That's kind of a shield. It's like a Trojan horse. They're saying that, but that's not really what they mean. When I hear standards, I say, okay, everyone needs to be able to multiply by 3rd or 4th grade. But that's not really what they're saying. They're saying you have to do things in a different way. You do have to change the way you teach. You do have to order new curriculum, and you do have to change the processes by which you give information and how you grade. So I'm gonna end it right here, and when I get some more time, I'm gonna come back and do others as I get the chance, and I'm gonna try to cover language arts as well, because what I've seen from there I think is really gonna be challenging for those. And I know I have some subscribers that have some kids with learning disabilities and who are able to do the work, but when you make the language incredibly complicated, it's going to be a lot harder for them to answer a question even though they would know the answer. So that's the other thing. It doesn't give a whole lot of consideration to children with special needs as well. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to put that link by the child psychologist in the description box, and I hope you guys are having a great day. We're on spring break now. Well, they're not totally on spring break. We did school most of this week, but we won't do it tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.